Hey everyone, GirlMeetsPixels here, and welcome back to my channel. I know, it's been a little while. I am so sorry about that. Honestly, life has just been kicking my butt, and I have just been busy, raising a toddler, doing everyday life stuff, and trying to balance my gaming channels and just everything, and having energy. I'm like, guys, I am so tired. So yeah, it's just, a balancing act, and I'm just working on it. But that doesn't matter. I am here right now, and that's all that matters. So yes, I bring you guys this speed build of Suds and Brew. I am really, really excited about this. It was never meant to be actually like a video speed build kind of thing for my channel. I was honestly playing my current household, and I realized they had all this laundry, they had laundry baskets, but they did not have a laundry area within their apartment or within their apartment building, and there really was no room to kind of expand it or anything like that. And then I was like, it'd be really cool if they had like a little hangout place where they can go on the weekends and do their laundry, get their stuff done, and just hang out, chill with their friends. I mean, they're young, so it makes sense, right? So that's when I started creating this laundromat, and it just kind of evolved into what it is now, and it's something so much bigger than what I was even planning originally, but I'm like absolutely in love with it. I am not like a community lot kind of builder. I barely classify myself as a builder if we're being honest here. So when it comes to community lots, I honestly have the hardest time with it. I don't know. They're just not my forte. So this was kind of stepping out of my comfort zone a bit, and I'm pretty happy with how it came out. I mean, honestly, I'm like in love with it, but I'm still pretty happy. Is it exactly 100% what I imagined in my head? No, but this works for what I need it for, and I still think it's pretty cute. And like halfway through building it, I was like, you know what? I should record this and share it with you guys. So I restarted, rebuilt it, and here we are. So Suds and Brew is a combination of things. It is a laundromat first and foremost, and so you can go in and do your laundry. There's a bunch of washing and drying machines, and so you can go in and do your laundry. Your Sims can do their laundry. They'll get the moodlet and everything. You can even take it from their Sims house, put it in their inventory, and bring it over and actually physically do their laundry. Or you don't even have to have that. You can just click on it and it'll let you do the laundry, and they'll get the moodlet for it. So it's pretty cool. It actually works as like an actual real laundromat. And then it is also a cafe. And so they mostly serve like coffee, kind of think of just like your normal coffee house, where it's, a casual hangout where everyone can come and get together and chill and just relax, maybe read a book or two, maybe study for, college classes, or if you're working towards a promotion, anything like that. And it's just kind of like this, I don't know, like combination workspace. So I just really love how it turned out. My idea for it was that it was this old factory house that was on the outskirts of the town, and it got built or renovated by these locals that came in and wanted to fix it up, and so they made it a laundromat because it was necessary for the town, and then also turned it into a little cafe hangout spot. I mean, honestly, it's like it was like so cool. I kind of wish we had one like in my town. I mean, I have a washer and dryer in my apartment, but I just kind of wish I had something like this in my place or in my town, because I just think it's like such a cool concept. I know it's definitely a lot more of like a European, even Australian kind of thing, not so much of an American thing. But when I was looking on Pinterest, there was a bunch of places that like are like this, and so that's where I gained a lot of my inspiration. Pinterest definitely helped me out a lot. I definitely had like a little board and everything where I had a bunch of pictures of laundromats and then cafes and then laundromat cafes. So it helped out a lot. But I just really love how this turned out. The cafe part does work. It's the University Life little barista bar or whatever, and it does work. There is a person that comes in that gets assigned to it, and they work from there, and it all works. I tested it out with I think I tested it out with my Sim self and tested it out, made sure everything worked, and it does. So I really love that. I also love that it has like this like 2 levels, but the top level can look down below, and it's just a very open space. Like I said, I wanted it to look like it was like an old factory that was renovated to be what it is now. And hopefully, I think I achieved that. I don't know. You can let me know down below in the comments. And I also wanted to draw from laundromats in the 60s and 70s, just like the style of them. And so that's why I do start out with like the checkerboard pattern for the flooring, but that eventually changes. And because I just felt like it was too busy. It was too busy for the area, and I just didn't like how it was. So that does change, but I do still try to keep a little bit of like that retro feel, but then also include some industrial, like heavy steel black. And you'll see actually I use a lot of black throughout, and like the raw brick, and just using like those industrial elements that would be left behind from this old factory that I'm making up in my head, you know. And so yeah, so I'm just trying to combine all these different elements, trying to combine in the coffee house look and kind of make it warm and inviting, but then also still have it so it's like a cool hangout, kind of hip, kind of industrial, a little bit modern, but then also has like this retro feel. So I took all those elements and combined them together, and this is what I came up with. I really do love how outside there's like these two different areas where you can hang out. I thought it'd be really cool that people maybe even come, you know, not like a club, but maybe they come on the weekend to hang out with their friends, get some coffee, catch up, you know, over the past week or whatever. Maybe do their laundry at the same time. But even then, they don't even have to do their laundry. They just come here and hang out or get a good book and sit down and read and have a cafe drink or whatever. I don't know. So I felt like I wanted to have this kind of multi-functional space, and I think I achieved that. There also is like this little mint element, this mint color element throughout the entire lot, and that's kind of what I wanted like their signature color to be. When I think of mint, I always think of like clean, either think like toothpaste, or I think of, you know, washing my clothes or getting, you know, bubbles and suds and getting stuff clean. So that was kind of where I got that from. So the washers and dryer are like this mint color, and I honestly normally in my Sims houses they're normally like black or white or like a stainless steel kind of color. So I don't know, maybe in the future I'll have to do more like colorful machines, because I really like how they turned out. And I actually got that inspiration from Pinterest. Like I saw mint washer and dryers, and I was like, yes, I have to have that in my game. Like my lot has to have those. So that's where that came from. But yeah, so I'm working on like the layout still. The layout does not stay like this exactly. The cafe area was a little tricky with like the layout and how I wanted it to look. It just kind of looked like everything was dark and smashed over in there, and I didn't want that. I wanted everything to feel very open and light, but warm and cozy all at the same time. And then we're also back out here on the patio. Oh my gosh. This little arbor area with the fire pit. I thought that was like such a cute, cozy little area. I just imagine my Sims hanging out there and catching up and talking and hanging out with friends during like, you know, summer nights, and just, I don't know, just hanging out. There is a door underneath the stairs there. I don't think it works, but there's like two different ways, two other doors that your Sims can get outside. So even though it might not be functional, it's a little bit more for, I don't know, for looks than anything. So I don't think it works. You can try and test it out with your Sims. That's one thing actually I did not test out. But yeah, I still thought it was really cool to have the door lead out right onto the patio there. And the patio is really cute because that to me seems a little bit more casual daytime. Like maybe they'll get a little snack and go sit out at the tables and with their drink and catch up with friends. And then I want like the arbor fire pit area to be more for the nighttime. And then on the inside, of course, is like your laundry area. And then you also have the upper level, which is a little bit quieter, a little bit more muted, and just a little bit cozier, I felt like. I also did draw like some inspiration from like the Friends coffee house for that second level, which you guys will see later on. And I just absolutely love it. It's so cute. I know that's like, I don't know. I know I built it, but still, it's really cute and I really like it. The front was a little tricky too. You guys will see later on. I do a little bit of landscaping, but honestly, I keep it kind of minimal. I hate landscaping for community lots. They're just always kind of a pain in the butt. I never know what to do. So I always struggle with them. So as you'll see, like I keep it very minimal. There is custom content throughout the lot, and I try to not go too overboard. Just in general, I would love to go in and add more details, add pillows on the couches, and add more little cups and more artwork and just like more details. But this is a community lot. My Sims are gonna be going here. I don't want it to lag up and, you know, make my game really slow or anything like that. And then when I decided to upload it for you guys, I was like, yeah, I definitely don't want to overwhelm this lot with a bunch of custom content. So there is custom content throughout, but I tried to keep it minimal just in general. So, I mean, it's still me. I still love my custom content. So minimal to me may not be minimal to you, but it still was not as much as I normally would do. I didn't go all out in the details. Over here, like, we're back in doing the front, and as you can see, I just did these 2 trees and like I threw some flowers in later, you guys will see, and some little lights and stuff, and I kept it real simple. You know, I did not want to go overboard, and I did want it to look a little bit more city-like, because where I built this was in the world of Simopolis, which I will link down below in the description. But the Simopolis is like very city-like, and not so much of like a suburban area, and so I did want to do more asphalt and more of like a more urban look, I guess. So that's why I kept it very simple with the landscaping. And there are parking spots right there for your Sims to park their cars. I always like to have that for my community lots. Not everyone always adds that. I personally just like that little realistic feel of my Sims being able to park their cars. And then there also is like that little gate to the left where it's all like, you know, the storage boxes and the employee break area, and just kind of like where they put their trash and stuff like that, you know, like the employee area that's kind of off limits for everyone else. So I do go in and change that. I don't keep it as the like chain link fence. I change it to like a brick wall. And there are things you'll see me change, like in the pictures. I did change like a handful of stuff from what you see in the speed build part, just because when I was going in and recoloring, which I did most of it off camera, I changed my mind about some stuff, and so you'll see that in the pictures as well. But I also wanted to go in and make it for the nighttime, make it all like lit up. Use the market lights because those are my absolute favorite. They're from the Sims 3 store, so I definitely recommend them if you don't have them in your game because they are amazing. I love them so much. I use them like, I don't know, like way too often. Way too often. And so yeah, so like I was saying, I do have custom content in here, and there is a list, a CC text file list that you can download down below in the description. So I did link, or not link, but I did list off everything. There is some of like Starbucks kind of stuff that I used in here, like the little coffee cups, and some of the pictures that is not available anymore. And I looked all over the internet. I could not find download links for them, which is kind of a bummer. They were like really old, so I had them just in my game from like forever ago, and they've honestly been sitting there and I hardly ever use them. And I was like, oh, finally, I can now finally use the stuff. So yeah, so they're not, I did list like the creator of them and everything, but they are currently not available for download. So if you do happen to know someone that does have them up for download and everything, please let me know. That way I can put it in the file and link it for you guys. And then, I also went in and put like this little seating area. This kind of, I mean, is a little bit more of like club-like, but I felt like it really fit that area for the patio, and I hardly ever use like that sectional seating, and I think I'm going to need to use it a lot more, especially outside. I think that looks so cool, right? Like, is it just me? Am I too excited about this? I think I'm too excited about something so random. But yeah, so, I do have a little bit of OMSP in here, so you guys will need that just for, I think just for that coffee cup. So it's not a big deal if you don't have OMSP. It will just kind of glitch out a little bit, but you can just delete the stuff. But yeah, so the bakery section, or like the little cafe area, changes a lot. Even from the speed build into the pictures, you guys will see it changes a lot, but I finally get like the perfect look for it. It took me forever. I seriously went through so much like trial and error, and you guys will see like my process through this is not my normal speed build process. There was a lot of stopping and going with my decorating. Like, I did not get to just sit down and build and decorate this in one go. It was over the span of a few days, mostly because Emerson will like wake up, and then I have to go and go and get him and take care of him. And the only time I get to do stuff like this is during his nap times or bedtime. So everything was kind of like pieced together, and I just worked on different parts, whatever I was like felt inspired with at that time. And so that's why I kind of jumped all over the place. Like normally in my speed build, I go in and I'll work on just one area and keep working on that area until it's done. And then move on to the next area. And I didn't do that this time. I just kind of jumped around here and there for like what I felt like I could do at that moment or whatever. So that's why it's a little bit all over the place. So I apologize for that. This is not my like normal speed build quality, but it works. So yeah, so I'm just adding in these little coffee posters. I did a lot of like little coffee kind of inspiration stuff throughout. And added in like a little welcome mat to make it more cozy. And then I did go in and I downloaded for the first time ever like this like downloadable edible food. So your Sims can actually technically eat that food, but I do have the display cases against the wall, so no one can technically access those, which is more for, I wanted it to be displayed, even though like technically like functionality wise, like that makes no sense. But I just wanted it to look like, it was all there. There was just no room for me to put them where they would be able to be accessed. But I mean, if you want to move it or change it or do whatever you can, of course, you feel free to do that, whatever works for you. But yeah, the edible food is pretty cool. I just wanted stuff different than just pies in there. And obviously I'm not going to be making this like a regular kind of cafe. Like I'm not going to have a sim running it for their own business or anything like that. Although you totally could. Kind of renovate it and make it so your sim can run their own cafe. That would be really cool. And honestly, whatever you guys end up using this for, if you change some stuff up or whatever, I would love to see. I do have a Discord channel you guys can join. I will link that down below in the description, of course. So you guys can go and share your game pictures there, which I absolutely love seeing what you guys do, especially when you add in like stuff that I've created. I always feel like so into it and so excited to see what you guys do with what it is that I create. So you guys can go join there, or if you just tweet me or send me a message on Tumblr or so, just showing me what you're doing in your game. I'm totally down for that. I always love seeing stuff like that. Then the bathrooms, the bathrooms are real simple, guys. I just kind of threw them together, and I didn't do like boy or girls doors. I just wanted to have like a cleaner kind of, cleaner look, I guess. And so I just did regular doors. So your sim can use any kind of bathroom that they want, either one. And I just kept them very simple, like real simple. They were like one of the last things I did because I just kept putting them off because they're such like an awkward shape. I was like, I really don't want to deal with this. But even though they're really tiny, they work. My sim did test them out. My sim self actually tested them out, and they work. And then lastly, we're up here in the second level, which I think is like one of my favorite areas. I mean, honestly, I kind of love every area of this entire lot, but this area was really cool. Nick is my husband, by the way. Nick and I are on our second or third time watching Friends. I don't even know that. Like, I don't even know how many times we watched it, but we've been watching it again recently, and so I was like, oh my gosh, we totally have to do like a couch or something like the Friends couch. So that was my inspiration for that center couch there. And then we also have this really cool retro like 60s couch on the left, which I'm totally obsessed with, and I've had it in my game for a while and I have not used it, and I finally got to use it and I was so happy. And I think it would be really cute with some pillows and stuff like that if it was like in a living room. But for here, like I said, I wanted to keep the custom content and just everything in general a little bit more minimalistic than what I would normally do. I just wanted everything to be able to be more functional than decorative. So I really do like that huge coffee poster. I think that's so cute. I really love it. But yeah, so we're gonna be moving on into pictures soon, and I'm going to leave you right here. I hope you guys enjoyed the speed build. I am hoping to come back with some more pets and generation stuff very soon as well, and hopefully some just more content in general. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know down below what you guys think on this, and if you guys have any other kind of cool builds you'd like me to do, definitely let me know down below. All the download information and all that stuff is down below in the description bar as well. So just make sure just to go to the description bar and just read everything. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and also If you're not already subscribed and you would like to be, make sure to hit that button as well. And I will see you all in my very next video. Bye, guys.